Iris uses her team Totem. As it vanishes into thin air, a slip of paper is left behind, which reads, "Points earned by this team are tripled." Well, good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the Zenith Toon Link. Day of Anomaly, the Anomalakars. Few know me as the ultimate somnatologist. But to most, I am Sleep Counselor AV. And I bet you're wondering, AV, why are you starting with this bit again? Well, I'm here to tell you that shortly after recording yesterday's episode and I was still in this, I realized that today, the day of this airing, is National Pajama Day, which just fits so nicely in with celebrating sleep. Something that, hey, first of all, before we get into this, how did you sleep last night? Let me know, be honest with yourself. How did you sleep last night? If you didn't do too well, hey, it's Friday. You can sleep all you want. The weekend, get some good rest. Rest up this weekend. Do good for your body, do good for you. Hey, but let's actually get into the action. Hit the music. Not that one. Hit this one. It is Pajama Day, and today we have teams who I'm like, who most likely wears pajamas? 20 teams from red, 20 teams from blue, in an 80-person battle in the... And let's introduce everyone who's here. Grand Scheme, Kokichi, and Claude. Kokichi's definitely got some pajamas. The Mets with Nane Achaki and Mizuki. Headphone Vibing, Master and Neku. Brute Force, Tinko, definitely Mon is wearing these pajamas. Shorty Sleepover, it's literally their episode. They're clearly wearing pajamas at the sleepover. Do you remember Ryoko and Fret, Pinky and the Brain, Katoko, and Nagisa? As we go on, we see Komaru and the man's the myth, the legend, Hifumi. He's not double naive. What am I doing? What do you Hifumi? Oh, I know. Yeah. Give him yeah, because he likes to find pancakes sometimes. Give him that one. Offspring of Chaos, Gundam, and Fischl, Beauty Sleep, Chiaki, and Ganyu. Clearly, honestly, Beauty Sleep, it's also their episode. Sugar Daddies, Izio, and for some reason I feel like Gaius wears good pajamas. Concealed Blade, Saika, and Kai, Royal Shepherd, Sonya, and Crom, the Him Bros, Hero, and Beat. Mainly Beat, but you know what, I'm feeling Hero too. I feel like his mom bought him some real nice pajamas, and he's wearing them, he's strutting them, he's showing off. Anthropology, Aiko, and Iris. Final Gambit, Taichi, and Yosuke. Accident Prone, Mikan and Felicia. The champions, Alice in Wonderland, Alice Nusami. Voice of the Voiceless, Angie, Tiki. Pancake Palooza, Mondo, Maple. Nothing to Report, Chisa and Mr. H, Trapper and Trappy, Nagito and Satsuna, Titty Typhoon, Ibuki, and Mew. The World Pancake Champion and Shiki are fashion forward, and they're wearing some fashionable pajamas. Rock, paper, scissors. We have paper and scissors today. Now, and Genocide Jack. Book Club sees Toko and Yaimiko. Bug Hunters, Chihiro, and Gonta. Baked in Blood, Ruka. Mai, I think, has some really cute pajamas, but you know what? Ruka probably does too. Daring Devotees, where's Kajuichi? Well, last week in Ortiel, he got into the Despair Dimension. Maybe I just forgot to leave him out. So, yeah, I forgot to let him out. So I let the rest of the Daring Devotees compete in his honor, because you know what? Sometimes I'm sick of seeing Kazuichi's face. I'll see him at AP Mania. One with Nature, Daisaku, and Turnip Boy, Legwork, Yui, and Yuta. Romance is Dead, Joe, Kaede, Magic, Carpet, Rhino, Yukiko, and Takamichi, Soldier of Fortune, Mukuro. For some reason, I felt like Mukuro wore pajamas, and you know what? That idea hasn't left me. I think it's adorable. Naoto's here as well. Dance Break with Crazy Oko Large, Inigo, Lacking Compassion, Monica, and definitely Ranger. Definitely Ranger. Boom and Gloom, Jotaro, and Klee. Promotion pending Natsumi and Pinky. You know what? We're doing it again. Get out of here with that. You're Pinky. Yeah. That was. I'm gonna do it every single time, you guys. Sudden Slumber, Leon, and Sayu. We have like 3 sleep theme teams, which is also goes in perfectly with this gimmick. We also have Affluent, Progeny, Togami, and Jin. I feel like Togami probably has some really nice, fancy pajamas, and Jin's just happy to be here with his pajamas, and he's probably adorable in his pajamas, let's be honest, but hey. The champs are here, and so are the Agents of Chaos. You know what we gotta do. And I'll be frank, there's not the best chance in the world in 3, 2, 1, but there's a pretty decent chance. I do kind of believe Chaos is going to reign again before this whole thing is done, before this whole season's over. I don't know if it'll happen in tag teams or singles, but it might happen today. Will the Mets bring Q-Taro into this mix? Let's find out as we spin the wheel. Where will it stop? Nobody knows, but we find out together as we see that. Uh-oh. My goodness.
Head for the park and greet the Mets. Hot dogs, green grass, all out.
Alright, Alice in Wonderland, dang, I guess this bit is over. I guess this bit's over real fast. Let me take this off. I was gonna be like... Not quite. Alright, well... one accessory off, another accessory on. Let's go ahead, let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that, the following matchup is for, and I have to add Q-Taro. That is one thing that I have to do, and I might take a mild break to add Q-Taro into this one. Following matchup is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Danganronpa Hunger Games Champion of Champions title. And it begins once I put Q-Taro in, so I'll be back in a second. And now, let's do it. Titles are on the line. It is Usami and Alice ready to defend those titles. I think that pairing is the ones, they are the ones who won the titles as well. Good luck to them. It's a pretty large game, and it's anybody's game. Who will come out on top? I don't know. Make your picks first, second, and third. I'm gonna make mine as well. For some reason, I'm feeling fashion forward. Double champ Junko. She could become a Grand Slam champion today. Give me Toko and Book Club. Because I'll be frank, it's about time Toko holds something. Toko's been left and right all over the place, never held a title. And then for third, give me Magic Carpet Ride, just because I really like that team. Just because I really like that team. They're a sleeper pick for one of my favorite, like, for favorite teams this season. They're a sleeper pick, but they're up there. I think they're definitely in, like, the top 10 teams for me. Maybe in the top 5. That's where I am at this point. I actually really like Magic Carpet Ride. However, Red Team now has the advantage. They have the lead, and they have one more person than Blue Team this episode. But I think that's going to be a long one, and we just have to get our show on the road. Are you ready? Are you steady? Get yourself some championship spaghetti, because the titles are on the line. Shall we? We shall start round 1 to see. That as the, oh my goodness, that as the horns sound, the horn bearers, they do indeed sound the horn. So can we please listen up, listen real good. Please sound the horns. Most excellent horn bearers, but we have a show to get on the road. Shall we? Mr. H thinks about what he did to end up here. Jotaro tries to kill Fret, but Fret retaliates and kills him instead. Nana Achiaki puts a death collar on Cleo while she's sleeping. How could you? How could you? Fischl and Kokichi believe strongly in blue dominance and take out Sayaka for the glory of the bold and the beautiful, for the absolutely glorious bold and the beautiful. Jin is being adorable as always. Turnip Boy uses a mysterious gas to knock out Nana Achiaki and Natsumi, putting death collars on them. Usami found a water gun. She says, alright, it's time for a title defense. I'm ready to do it. Mana kills Sonya in front of Crom, there's nothing Crom can do. Mikan gets ghost powers a lot, it feels like. I don't know what it is with Mikan and ghost powers, but maybe she's our real half-ghost of the series. Hero and Beat put their differences aside to take out Ibuki for the sake of Red Team. Monica, looking out only for herself. Pinky's ready to defend her friends. Crazy Yoko isn't sure whether to cry, laugh, or tear her hair out. Mew disappears for a while and comes back with a wizard rope. Toko kills Mew. I'm sorry, tries to kill me, but her wizard rope is carried her away to safety. You see what I'm looking at. Tutaro feels strong after anything. It's not that. It's this. And this is so surprising because, first of all, it's an event with all of our champions that are in the episode today. It is also not a team-based event, it's based solely on like red and blue, so it was random which two members or which three members of each team came out, and the fact is these three, Alice and Usami believing strongly in blue dominance, attempt to take out Junko for the glory of the bold and beautiful, but Junko's able to overpower them both, automatically causing a new champ alert. I'm at a loss. Goodness gracious, Shiki's like, my gosh, but look at this bikini. Gonta and Daisaku believe strongly in blue dominance to take out Fret for the, or try and take out Fret for the raging reds, but Fret awakens the unstoppable blue team spirit, knocks them both black and blue. Renmaru looks around for stuff to scrounge. Ruka tries to get others to notice her Mizuki sneak attacks. Nagito and Setsuna slaughtering them both. That's a lot of whole team eliminations, goodness gracious. Leon trips and falls in a really bad way, breaking his neck. Joe and Kaede's fingers touch by accident, they both blush just a little bit. Yuta knocks out Naoto in a fist fight, puts a death collar on her. Fret does his best to avoid Ryoko. Mai finds a waffle. Ryoko finds, oh goodness gracious, a fishing rod. Saya has found a Komodo dragon, I guess it is an animal. Delightful. Claude sobs quietly. Naoto can't help but admire her own genius mind. Mondo picture looks meaningful lying in various places. Togami is sick of Beat being alive. Has used his wealth to put a $20,000 bounty on Beat's head. But Mukuro didn't like that and she said, get out of here, Togami, get out of here with that. He tries to bribe her too. She takes the money and kills him anyway. Masaru. There was so much money involved in these two events. He's like, wait, I have more. Masaru finds other scraps. He's now a caveman. Izuyoi challenges Hifumi and Tenko to an Anything Goes World Pancake Championship match, invitational pancake eating competition. Let me tell you, I said it earlier, that Hifumi loves to eat him some pancakes, and boy is he proving it, entering himself into the World Pancake Championship match. Hifumi, good luck to you. Iris finds a team advantage totem. Hopefully she has the opportunity to use it. That's the first totem that I think has ever popped up. If she uses it, goodness gracious, what it could spell for her team. Hifumi fails to grasp the gravity situation. Gundam finds a shiny red balloon. Such a dangerous place for such a poppable entity. Imagine. Oh no. Takamichi's got that dimensional sight. Don't send anyone to this very dimension. Kazuichi's, he's lurking in there. Crom is on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Chiaki hopes not to harm anybody. Goodness gracious, Ranger snaps is frenzied. Kotoko's drawing that demon summoning circle. Maybe she'll find her pet demon. Maybe it'll come back to her. Now, wishes she could go home. Kano thinks about what she did to end up here. Natsumi tries to rip off her death collar. She did no damage. The Archon see great potential and Aiko grant her an Geo Vision. Good. Aiko, she's a sleeper pick. She might come out on top again. Clean tries to go Beat. Beat narrowly escapes. Nagisa tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks as uses, but it looks cool. Yosuke runs into a tree, gets a splinter, has a whole lot of orange down here as Neku puts a death collar on Mana. Inigo finds a suit of medieval armor. Kai is on the verge of snapping. Kaede tries to kill Sayu. Sayu retaliates, kills her instead. Tiki and Chihiro put their differences aside and take out Inigo for the sake of Red Team. Beat and Nagisa try to do the same thing for the sake of Red Team, but Natsumi's able to overpower thanks to the bold and beautiful spirit within her. Felicia trips and falls into a river. You can guess what happened to her, can't you? We really gotta work on that clumsiness, Felicia. Maple and Gaius believe strongly in blue dominance to take out Kotoko for the glory of the bold and the beautiful. Gaius spots something shiny in the distance. Tinko attacks Muko from behind, gets rid of her. Himiko's got that Omni trick. She's now Himiko 10. Fischl attempts to kill Maple, but Mondo intervenes just in time. Had to kill Fischl to protect Maple's life. Hate to see it, but Junko's only looking out for herself. Yukiko's ready to defend her friends. Ganyu has my soundboard. I'm getting a new one, actually. It should be in by today. It should have come in yesterday. It'll probably be in for Persona, but I don't really use it for Persona. We'll see what happens. Jack is looking particularly erratic today. Chisa prints out a bunch of invitations for her beach party. Hopefully she uses it. Angie rambles on about something nobody cares about. Miko tries to get others to notice her. Who knew Komaru with my climate control remote? Nobody's used it yet. I'm excited. There's a few different things it can do. Oda uses a mysterious gas to affect everybody, by the way. To knock out Mikan and Himiko death collars on them. Yui wonders what if she should build a machine to make Yakiniku. Chihiro skipped up a genius idea, and using scrap materials, Taichi builds a flamethrower hot. Just like that, 20 competitors out of this match. And that means it's time for a championship saddest of all moments for Jotaro, Sayaka, Sonya, Ibuki, Alice, Usami, Gonta, Daisaku, Nagito, Setsuna, Leon, Togami, Kaede, Inigo, Beat, Nagisa, Felicia, Kotoko, Mukuro, Fischl. And just like that, 20 people already gone. 61 remain, and unless there's a revival of sorts, it's a new champ alert. They can get brought back at the last moment. We could see that happen, but for right now, it's a new champ alert. And we still have 61 competitors to go, so I think it's probably for the best that we just proceed, don't you? We must proceed round 2. And at the start of all, we see, okay, that's a rough start to the round, huh? We're doing this roll now. Okay. Naoto, Nane Achiaki, Mikan, Klee, Natsumi, Mana are all forced to play the majority game. Natsumi received the most votes, but was unfortunately sacrificed, so she picks one person of her choosing not to perish alongside everyone else, saving Agents of Chaos, Nane Achiaki of the Mets, from death. Maybe she wants to see a little chaos transferal? I don't know. Will it happen? I don't know. But that was just the start of the round, and we lost 4 people immediately. We gotta still proceed. Leon, back from the dead, has become a zombie due to the nuclear waste from the power plant that the arena was built on top of. We don't like to talk about that. A vicious tiger charges Sayu, who surprisingly shakes his paw and rises into the arena. Ganyu uses my soundboard, but gets it confiscated for playing copyrighted music. Mai looks for someone dumb enough to believe her. Kokichi and Claude proudly pose with their titles Yui and Yura, where she asks him if he's found anything useful. Mizuki's got a water gun as well. That tricked out Super Soaker will cause some chaos, and she is the agent of chaos. Tiki walks into a variation machine. She's got ghost powers as well. Oh, Mikan didn't get a chance to use her ghost powers. Maybe Tiki will, though. Izue knocks Yukiko in a fist fight, puts a death collar on her, and you know what those can do, as we saw at the start of the round. Takamichi feels strong enough to know anything. Nane Hachiaki hopes to get everyone out of here. Yosuke finds Dapper Suit, puts it on. Angie finds a rocket launcher. That's gonna end well. Neku tries to go Mew. Mew's wizard rope has carried her to safety. Toko follows some sparkles and discovers a magic wand. Hopefully it still has some spells left in it. Monica and Fred believe so strongly in Blue Dom and say attempt to take out the undisputed ultimate for the glory of the blue and the beautiful. I'm sorry, the bold and the beautiful. But Chihiro is able to overpower them both because that, my friends, is the ultimate. Genocide Jack opens a lemonade stand, taking advantage of the heat. That usually doesn't spell well for people, but hey, who knows. Yuta gives Yui the various things that he's found. Yui builds stuff out of it. It's soothing to watch Yui make neat contraptions from those scraps. Ryoko finds a stray water balloon. There's a whole lot of summertime items coming in here as Natsumi murders Kana before Himiko can react. There's nothing Himiko can do. Armed with this flamethrower, Taichi incinerates Mizuki to a crisp if only she used her water balloon to put out the fire. Joe is now feeling heroic. Ruka challenges Pinky to a duel. Pinky bites the dust. Natsumi and Ganyu's fingers touch by accident. They'll both blush just a little bit. Ranger's looking around maniacally, seething. Himiko wants it to end already. Junko is really out here just taking out whole teams left and right. Baked in Blood is out by Junko's hand. Now, wants this to be over already. Gundam pops his own balloon. He has the creepiest smile on his face. Claude sets down a trap and Chisa gets caught in it. Nafumi somehow finds a bunch of tactical combat gear and equips it. Provides optimal protection for the whole body without sacrificing flexibility. Turnip Boy attempts to free Chisa from the trap, but ends up getting trapped as well. A sad Turnip Boy. Yukiko finds a bolt of Pokeballs. Who knows what could be inside of those. Iris uses her team Totem. As it vanishes into thin air, a slip of paper is left behind, which reads, "Points earned by this team are tripled." That's so big and that's so important because that's crazy. That is crazy. Triple points for Iris's team. Now that's the thing. Her team could just get swept and they could earn no points. 3 times 0 is still 0. Let's keep going though. Chihiro tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks and succeeds. Awesome, Miko. Once it did already. Komaru finds a heaping stack of pancakes that should last for the whole game. This ought to be good. Maple tries to kill Hifumi, but Hifumi's combat gear diverts the blow. Masaru really doesn't want to, but finds himself having to get rid of Mondo. Mr. H is determined to survive this. Pixel looks neat and cooling in various places. Gaia steals Chihiro's tank while he's asleep. Kai twiddles his thumbs. Mew can't help but admire her own genius mind. Oda needs something he shouldn't have, and he perishes on the spot. Shiki, being adorable as always. Facts. Oh, dope. Tenko's got a fishing rod. She can catch all the fish. Kyutaro reminisces about Mizuki, sobs quietly. Crazy Yoko extra large. Her brain takes her into an even stranger place, making her more unstable than ever before. Aiko summons stones around Toko's feet and she's now trapped as well. Hiro really hopes she'd have to harm a single soul, but Chrom and Miko put their differences aside to take out Jin for the sake of Red Team. Y'all didn't both have to team up against Jin. What'd he do to y'all? But we lost quite a few people. We're down to 47. On our route to a new champion, it's the saddest of all moments. 4. Naoto, Mikon, Klee, Mana, Monica, Fret, Kana, Mizuki, Pinky, Ruruka, Mai, Mondo, Oda, Jin. Just gotta make a note that Iris's team just got triple points this round. That being said, let's see what unfolds. Not what unfolds, I think we can check the stats right now. We're close to halfway through. And we do want to just I want to do a discount double check. Iris, I believe, is on blue team? Correct? Correct me if I'm... No, she's on red team. Oh gosh, that's right, Anthropology is on red team. Red team could devastate blue team if they sweep today. Or if they even get first, because now first place for them would be worth 30 points instead of just 10 points. That's how important this whole shebang is. That's how important these totems are. How crazy the games can get with these totems. At any point, it's anybody's game. That being said, we still gotta go on. 47 competitors. One team will win. Next round, we see. Komaru wonders why anyone would choose waffles with the glory that is pancake. You're dang right. Ganyu finds a team advantage totem. Hopefully she has the opportunity to use it. Also, that is the other thing about team advantage totems. I'm surprised they're actually coming up now. I didn't expect 2 in a single game. If your team gets 2, and let's say red team also finds a double points totem, the triple one overtakes that. It's always the highest number of multiplier. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Ganyu's got that team totem though. Yosuke, different Persona character. Trips and falls flat on his face. Ranmaru looks up at a tree and sees mistletoe hanging above. Sarah's not in the game. Sorry, my bro. Mew put the death collar on Angie while she's asleep. Tiki feels sorry for Chisa, frees her from the trap. Himiko snaps out of it. Claude does his best to avoid Kokichi. Leon's dead body continues to rot as he continues to move. Nane Achiaki searches for anyone who could get this collar off of them. Gaius fires an explosive round from his tank. The blast catches Gundam, Joe, Ranger, Chrom, Iris, and Chihiro in its wake, and the tank is left as a pile of sticks and rocks. It's crazy. We haven't really seen the tank do much damage this season, but there it is, doing plenty of damage. Toko's still caught in that trap. Mr. H looks around for stuff to scrounge. Angie loves that way that the rocket launcher feels on her shoulder. Neku tries to kill Yosuke, but Yosuke retaliates, kills him instead. Turnip Boy is struggling in the trap and he's bleeding out pretty bad. Does Turnip Boy bleed? Chlorophyll? Maybe? Hifumi fails to grasp the gravity situation. Sayu sicks her pet turtle on Yui. Yui gets mauled to laces by the ravenous animal. Maple can't handle the stress and she becomes a little bit more cowardly after losing Mondo. The Archons see Great Potential in Junko and grant her an Electro-Vision. That is one of the most powerful visions because it has the opportunity to bring someone back to life. Anybody, really. Kokichi lays his title belt on the ground. He doesn't have one. He stole it. He stole the title belt, driving Nane Achiaki's head into the hard metal, killing her. Oh gosh. Kokichi. That thief. I guess not a thief. Technically all the champions still have their, a replica of their belt from when they were once champion, but the pile of flesh that used to be Ruruka, writhing with maggots. Ryoko cast her onto the river, pulled out a boot, not even a pair. Chiaki is ready to defend her friends. Crazy Yoko extra large. She snaps. She's frenzied. Miko Finds Toko, caught in a trap, managed to free her. Aiko uses the power of Geo, summons a massive rock in the sky, dropping it and killing Ifumi and Kai in one fell swoop. Tinko and Claude believe strongly in blue dominance, take out Angie for the sake of the bold and the beautiful, which they need. Blue team honestly needs a sweep at this point to avoid red team going wild, or at least needs the win to avoid red team from going wild. Miko's been in the dust though. Shiki looks good in that bikini, I'll tell you. She's fashionable. To a T. Taichi really wants to use that flamethrower. Takamichi sizes his muscles. Masaru uses the mysterious gas. Ryoko and Toko now have death collars. Chisa hands out invitations to everyone in the arena. And just like that, it's time to party on. Beach party. Hero digs for treasures, digs up a scythe. This is gonna end in a disaster. Genocide Jack builds a massive sandcastle, but a strong wind causes it to cave in, burying her alive. Kyutaro digs for buried treasure. Didn't find anything, had a good time looking though. Natsumi spends too much time in the sun, dies from heat stroke. Now, digs for buried treasure, found my soundboard. That's where I left it. Yukiko digs for buried treasure, digs up a sack of Pokeballs. Did Yukiko already have Pokeballs? Did you just have more Pokeballs? Yeah. Asks Komaru to rub sunscreen on his back. Komaru tosses the sunscreen, dumps hydrochloric acid on him instead. I don't know where she got it. But with that, we do have the saddest of all moments for many competitors today, and it is for Gundam, Joe, Ranger, Chrom, Iris, Chihiro, Neku, Yui, Nane Achiaki, Hifumi, Kai, Angie, Miko, Jack, Natsumi, Yuta. We're down to 31. Now we're well within this game, and I have to start playing the summer music again. The summer jams. Because Chisa's beach party continues as. Goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Round 4 begins with Kyutaro ambushing Komaru and strangles her. Tiki and Renmaru have an intense limbo battle. One goes too low and hurts her back. Claude digs for buried treasure. Finds a wish ring. Dreams do come true. Ryoko digs for buried treasure. Finds a one-up mushroom. Chisa, Junko, Chiaki dance on the beach. Takamichi. This is an interesting trio. Chisa, Junko, and Chiaki? Bruh. Takamichi was like, we don't need any more tragedies. Sets up a pitfall trap. Watches them all fall to their doom. Yosuke finds a grenade. Buried treasure. Luckily it didn't go off. Takamichi has a horrible feeling in his gut. Maple and Mr. H share an ice cream cone. Little did Mr. H know that this was Maple's favorite flavor, pancake flavor. Maple and Mr. H, stabs Mr. H with a knife to keep the ice cream for herself. Toko buries Ganyu, Shiki, and Sayu up to their heads by the coastline, but forgets to unbury them before high tide. They have all perished. Leon and Ganyu perishes before she's able to use that totem. That's the big story right there. Leon is actually working as a lifeguard. Zombies make for great flotation devices. Forgot he was a zombie, but look at that. Turnip Boy digs for buried treasure. His shovel comes in contact with a landmine, blowing him to bits. Now finds a laser gun. She's making those pew pew sounds, and now she's gonna make them for real soon. Aiko builds a massive sandcastle. Taichi digs for buried treasure, digs up a scythe. This can only end in a disaster. Himiko builds a massive sandcastle, but strong winds cave in, burying her alive. Yukiko tosses out a Pokeball. Out comes Articuno, uses Ice Beam, freezing Yosuke solid. I've been playing too much Persona 5 and not enough Persona 4. Hero and Toko believe strongly in red dominance, try to take out Maple for the Raging Reds, but Maple awakens the power of the blue team, beats them both. Kokichi digs for buried treasure. Izzy always spends too much time in the sun, dies from heat stroke. Crazy Oak Extra Large walks the shore, shovel in hand, bashing everyone's umbrellas. Why would you do that? Maple knocks out Kyutaro in a fist fight. How did you beat him in a fist fight? I guess you are incredibly strong. You're some sort of robot creature. Masaru, she's a doll. Digs for buried treasure. Found my soundboard as well. Guys find some Pokeballs up in the sand. Mew asks Tinko to rub sunscreen on her. Tinko's like, look, love these females, but you pop off sometimes even she's afraid of it. Tinko finds a slingshot. How quaint, might be useful in a pinch. And Ranmaru smiles warmly under the Christmas breeze. Oh, that's enough of that. It is actually... we are down to 16 already. That's crazy because it's the saddest of all moments for Komaru, Junko, Chiaki, Chisa, Mr. H, Ganyu, Shiki, Sayu, Turnip Boy, Himiko, Yosuke, Hiro, Toko, Izuyoi, Mew. We're gonna look at everybody's statuses once we lose 6 more people. We're so close to saving grace picks, we might as well just wait for it. But we do know that red team will get triple points today, but they've got to get points to use that. If blue team can hold them off, make sure that red team only gets like 3rd place, they're okay. That's 3 points instead of 1, and then blue team would get 13 instead. That triple points thing though, if red team wins, oh boy do they swipe the lead. Or they're already in the lead, but they would extend their lead to something we have not seen in the season so far. Let's proceed. Will this be the end of blue team's dominance officially? And will red team overcome the odds? Next round we see. I was gonna say there's gonna be a whole bunch of orange because we just got a whole bunch of items. Oh my gosh, these arena events are popping up left and right. Cloud wonders how best to use his Wish Ring. A well-placed shot by Tenko leaves Kyutaro dazed, but not for long. Guys tosses out a Pokeball, out comes Zapdos. Zapdos fries Ranmaru with Thunderbolt. Now shoots several white-hot holes into Kyutaro's body, using her laser gun. Himiko's gone. Yukiko finds a neon open sign, must belong to a popular arena supermarket, maybe she should return, and Kokichi uses his title belt to he's stealing the title belt! Kokichi stole the title belt and said, I want it back. He is now carrying, he's not even carrying his replica, he's carrying the title belts from the discarded bodies of our former champions. That's a good squad move, that's my guy. Leon dangles his withered limbs around. Tinko uses a slingshot to pelt Kokichi, which is more annoying than anything, really. Tiki, Taichi put their differences aside to take out Yukiko for the sake of red team. Ryoko feels bad for Chisa, decides to use her mushroom on her. Oh my gosh! And it's already paying off immediately. Well, not so much for you, but immediately here. Ryoko feels bad for Chisa, and then automatically she's only looking out for herself after that. She was like, thanks, but later, nerd. And then they try and attack her, Crazy Yoko and Maple. But Chisa, for the glory of the blue and the beautiful, the bold and the beautiful, Chisa's able to overpower them, painting the scene red, crimson red in honor of the raging reds. Aiko summons a shield protecting her from Ryoko's attack, then causes the ground beneath Ryoko to cave in, bearing her alive. Masaru also uses my soundboard to play, and I gotta play it because who doesn't love? Rebel Heart. Hero's back! Just like that, Taichi uses tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks. It's useless, but it looks cool, and Takamichi now is a water gun. We lost 6, which would bring us down to our saving grace picks, but we had 2 revivals. So after this saddest of all moments for Ranmaru, Kyutaro, Yukiko, Crazy Hiyoko Extra Large, Maple, Ryoko. Hiro surprised me, but good for him. Chisa also surprised me, good for her. I'm excited to see how this is gonna end. I would love to see one of our revival people take a victory, because we never really see revival people win on their own, rather they usually win with their teammates. But it'll give 2 more into your saving grace picks. Let's see who they'll be. Let's proceed. Championships on the line. Kokichi seems to have stolen the titles. Will he do great use with them? He's also stealing medieval armor because he's now putting on with a dazzling shine. Hiro finds a bowling ball. Hopefully he gets a strike. We don't see the bowling ball too often. Aiko finds some leather scratches just enough to patch together some rudimentary clothing. It looks rather caveman-like. Gaius is ready to toss that Pokeball, and now and Tinko reveal themselves to be members of Team Rocket. They knock him out, steal his Pokemon using scrap materials. Taichi now has a laser gun as well. Masaru tries to kill Kokichi, but the Knight's Armor diverts the blow. Now feels unstoppable with that laser gun. Chisa now feels heroic. Claude wishes for a really cool shirt. His wish ring shimmers for a second, and now he's got the dopest shirt of all time. Takamichi is chasing Claude, but Claude is just too fast. Takamichi takes his water gun and shoots Gaius? Gaius was resting in a tree, was startled, soaked, and fell right onto Claude, killing them both. What a shot! Tinko gathers ammo for her slingshot. Leon's body continues to decompose, and Tiki puts a death collar on Masaru while he's asleep as well. That brings us down to our final 10. But for these two, it's the saddest of all moments for Claude, Gaius. You know we gotta check it out. You know we gotta scroll up, we gotta see what's unfolding. And I gotta say, it is indeed your final 10. And the titles are on the line. Kokichi has stolen them, but can he hold on to them? As I say, it's time for your Saving Grace picks. We scroll down and we see Grand Schemes Kokichi. He stole the titles. He did. And wants to win them again for Blue Team in the same season. Himbro's a revived hero. Could do for Red Team, win it for Beat and for Kanji. That's honestly a very lovable team. As we scroll on and forward, we see headphone vibing Masaru wants to prove once and for all that he is the ultimate team player. He wants gold around his waist and he wants Neku to hold it with him. Headphone vibing in what could be their final season. Could they hold on to gold? As we scroll on further, we see Leon for sudden slumber, but he's not actually in, he's a zombie. Who is actually in My Ride or Dies, Chisa, for nothing to report. She had a beach party that she perished at. Ryoko felt bad for her and said, hey, you shouldn't have died at that. Get yourself back in the game. And now she's back in the game. As we keep on scrolling, we see Tinko from Brute Force, a fan favorite team. That much is evident. Could she hold her first piece of gold in this series? Tinko never held gold. That could all change today. As we scroll down, we also see Aiko. Aiko picked up her first one this season for Anthropology. She could earn you guys a fan vote and the titles today. She is also the one who gave you guys the totem, isn't she? She's the totem user? I think she was the totem user. For Red Team, could she do it? And, lastly, Takamichi? Is Takamichi last? I think there's like one more person after. Oh, a couple, maybe two more people. Yeah, two more. Yeah, Tiki's still in! Oh, she's dazed, that's right. Tiki's still in. Magic Carpet Ride, surprisingly my picks. Takamichi's still in this one. Has 5 KOs and has had a good game. Could he win for Blue Team? Blue Team does need this victory more than anything right now. Taichi for Final Gambit. He's still in this one. He's never held gold. Yosuke has. A part of taking out the trash. Taichi wants to make Yosuke a 2-time champion. We'll see about that. Lastly, Tiki, voice of the voiceless. Angie can become a 2-time champion, but boy do I love Tiki so much. I really do. It could be her time to shine. It could be her time to be Saving Grace picks. You know how to make them first, second, and third. In the comments, go ahead and do it. I'm gonna make mine. For first, I gotta stick with my picks. Magic Carpet Ride, Takamichi. For second, I'm gonna pick Chisa back from the grave. There, My Rider Dies. Gatekeeper in his first season holding a title. Would have loved that. Mr. H in his first season holding a title. Would love that too. But I got them. And for third, give me Kokichi, member of the squad, and for some reason, stole the tag team titles. Could he steal them for real and be tag team champion again? Man, I don't know. But it is your final 10. And I'll say with certainty that we have a grand match on our hand. With Grand Scheme, Himbros, headphone vibing, not really sudden slumber, but nothing to report. Rock, paper, scissors, now's in, I skipped her, whoops. Brute Force is still in as well. Anthropology, Magic Carpet Ride, Final Gambit, Voice of the Voiceless. Standing tall with the same heartbeat as a samurai woman. Will now prove us all wrong. I forgot I didn't see now. But maybe her time is now. Let's click next round, and we will see if Tiki fell off of a cliff. Whoops. Aiko, wearing little scraps is like to behold. Leon stole a zombie. Takamichi feels his water gun in the river. We know that that thing is dangerous. Hero prepares for a strike. Kokichi can't wait to kill again. Chisa's patrolling vigilantly, ready to defend those that she loves. Tinko is now Tinko 10. That alien device that Omnitrix is on her wrist now shoots her laser gun at Masaru. Good thing she can't aim. Masaru hates the way the death collar feels on his skin. And Taichi builds a device that might revive Yosuke. It doesn't do anything, but it looks cool. We only lost 1. Brings us down to 9. And it was unfortunately the saddest. No, it's not the saddest of all moments. It's actually a terrible turnabout for her. Tiki! Tiki! Oh no! I love you, Tiki. Never forget you. Always appreciate you. Ow! But it's your final 9. We have to keep this show on the road. The championships are on the line. Will Kokichi, the title thief, take the title again? Will he become a 3-time? He can become a 3-time tag team champion. That's something only Seiko has done. Could all change today. Next round we see. Oh my gosh. Not only is the dimensional scythe being used, but Aiko finds an additional one. Hiro slices his scythe open, creating a dimensional rift. Before he can shove Taichi inside, he snatches it. Former agent of chaos Taichi hits Hiro in the back of the head and says, this feels right. And he says it feels so right because he then uses it to send Masaru into the Despair Dimension Sparta style, kicking him in. Tenko transforms into a small but brilliant alien hiding from dangers. Now, wants it to be over already. Kokichi looks glorious in the knight's armor. Chisa uses a mysterious gas to knock out Taichi and Takamichi, putting death collars on them. We might have enough death collars to end this with a majority vote. Masaru and Hiro find a cave to hide from the dangers in the Despair Dimension. Takamichi fills his water gun with steak sauce. Takamichi then soaks Aiko, attracting the wild beast who make a feast out of her. We're down 1, but we really lost 3 this round because 2 are now trapped in the Despair Dimension. It's a terrible turnabout for them. Aiko. That's not saying, but you know, Masaru and Hiro, they could find their way out. But we've only seen like 3 people find their way out of the Despair Dimension. We know it's possible. It's one of those things like pulling yourself out of the trap. It's very rare, but it does happen. Will it happen for either of those 2? I'm not sure, but it's still technically Samurai Woman. There's still 6. They're not in that. We're not in that final 5 yet. Do I have the fear that we're about to pop a majority vote? I don't think we will. I think Tenko doesn't have a collar on, and Kokichi doesn't either. We'll click next round and see what unfolds. Ooh, now means business. Now means business. Goodness gracious, are we at your final 2? We are. Takamichi reminisces about Yukiko. Sayu's gone. Chisa and Taichi believe strongly in red dominance and try and take out now for the glory of the Raging Reds, but now awakens the unstoppable blue team spirit, beating them both black and blue. Kokichi looks for someone dumb enough to believe him he's not going to find anybody. Now has a seesaw, and the only other person left alive is Tenko. Oh no! RNG, don't do it to her. Leon's gone. Masaru hides from the demons lurking in the Despair Dimension. Hiro and Masaru are attacked by a ravenous demon, but are able to overpower and defeat it. Tenko transforms into an alien with a body as hard as diamond. Tenko then proceeds to headbutt Takamichi and Kokichi, killing them both. We just lost 5 competitors. One of them was a zombie, but that leads us to our final 2. It's rock, paper, scissors, and it's brute force, and it is indeed a terrible turnabout for Chisa, Taichi, Leon, Kokichi, Takamichi. We have very interesting, not a predicament here. Not a predicament at all. An interesting scenario. Now with the seesaw, Tenko's, clearly Tenko's weakness. Tenko fighting for Mana, and fighting for the one and the only Sakura. I'm not gonna belabor it. We're skipping Crisis of Fate, and I just have to ask you guys, who will it be? Now, Tenko now has won the tag team titles before. She has put the team on her back before. Couldn't do it when she was paired up with Toko, but did it when she was in Capture the Moment. Can she do it again with her brand new team Rock, Paper, Scissors? This time not paired up with Toko, this time paired up with Jack. Jack has all the tag team titles, and so has now. They could both become 2-time tag team champions just like that. But Shinyan is that missing link. Shinyan, who was low-key, they forgot about her in Genshin for a long time, but now she's in Genshin left and right in all the stories, and you know what? I've been loving it. Shinyan's great. That being said, we go over to the other side, Tenko, who's recently become a little bit crazy in these games. A little bit insane on the membrane, wants her first championship in this series. She could do it, and she could do it today. But she's got a seesaw on her way. She could do it for Sakura, who could now become one step closer to being a Triple Crown Grand Slam champion. Sakura needs those tag team titles. Mana, she wants to hold gold too. She think it would be downright cute, the cutest darn accessory she could ever have, holding on to those titles. Can Tenko do it for her, or will it be now? Tenko. Tenko. Now. Rock, paper, scissors. Brute force. Brute force? Would Brute Force get you guys a fan vote this season? Did they win the season? I don't think they might have won the season. I don't think they won the season. We'll wait and see. Now, Tenko. Tenko. Now, we see it is. Nothing yet, but Tenko cast her rod into the river and pulls out a neon open sign. There's so much junk in this river. Now, finds a rat in a cave, feeds it some fruit. More rats show up and now feeds all of them. She now has an army of rats at her disposal. Masaru's still fighting for his life, and Hiro and Masaru desperately seek for an escape. If they find one, their team's still technically not out. They're only out when there's one person left. But that's not the case. Will they find a way out? They do not. And this game comes to a close. Ladies and gentlemen, now forgets to feed her rats immediately. They just were in it for the food, and they turn on her and kill now. Dang. I love Rock, Paper, Scissors. I kind of wanted them to win, but I also love Brute Force. I even called them a fan favorite team, so it might be good to see. Also, Hiro perished. That for the first time in this series, she comes out on top in championship action, and after a terrible turnabout for Hiro. Now. And I think the more important thing was in the final two. Blue team, they banded together. Because they were like, we gotta at least make sure the red team doesn't get first. Now in Tenko, they were like, alright, best of luck to each other. Because it's all blue team, but most importantly, it's all your winners. And new Danganronpa Hunger Games Tag Team Champions. When you think of a trio that could actually kick some major butt in the Hunger Games, in terms of tag team action, there might not be a team as dangerous as these three. Mana from Lost Dimension. Sakura, the strongest and best fighter of them all. And the master of Neo Aikido. Tenko, stand tall as your new Danganronpa Hunger Games champions of the tag team action. Brute Force takes the win and keeps blue team in the fight. There it is. Tenko, Brute Force, new tag team champs. And let me tell you what this means. They stopped triple points from happening to red team. And they did it thanks to now and thanks to Takamichi with a sweep. Blue team swept in championship action. and were able to stop the first use of the totem. That's crazy. That's wild. And they needed it. They for sure needed it. This season, we now see standing tall, and you can bring up that bracket now. Brute Force, new tag team champions. Tinko, Sakura, Mana. You love to see them. So proud of them. Doesn't get better than that. And you see the points now. It was a 2-point lead on red team, and then blue team said, no, okay, let's stop playing around. Swept this episode. It is 109 to 97. Red team did not get any points. Which isn't really a shock. Isn't really a shock. What shocked me is that Chaos did reign today. The Mets were like, oh yeah, let's do it. Congratulations to them. That's all I can really say. Gaius, though, had 8 KOs. He did pop off today. Takamichi as well. Junko had 4, Tinko with 4, Toko with 3, Aiko, Natsumi, Maple, Now, Fret, Chihiro all had 3, everyone else with 2 or less, but the main story is we got new tag team champions, and Brute Force takes those titles from Alice in Wonderland. And I gotta say congrats to them. I said it before and I'll say it again, this is probably their last team together, or their last season together, and they won gold during it. That's all I can say. Good on them. Brute Force, you love to see it. I was ready to do pajama themed stuff and sleep council all episode, but hey, it's Brute Force's episode, and they are walking out of here as new tag team champions. That's all she wrote. This Sunday is nothing, because I checked the schedule, and if we do tag team action this Sunday, it's gonna be a really weird gap between the tag team episode, this is the last episode of like tag team or of like OC action before the free-for-all, and the free-for-all itself. So, to get better spacing, tag team OC action is actually next Sunday. Yes, next Sunday, and then it's a week gap, and then it's the free-for-all. Because otherwise it would be a weird 2-week gap until the free-for-all, which is, you know, kind of weird. I didn't like that looking at the schedule. It's because I did the back-to-back week when I wasn't supposed to. It's weird because I literally planned an extra week of room for myself and didn't do it. But OC Tag Team action is next Sunday. This Sunday will probably get Somnium Files. We'll probably do a Somnium Files Sunday and Tuesday this week. Probably so. Wednesday's my birthday. I don't know what's gonna happen that day. But once again, that's just the future. Tomorrow is Persona 5 Royal, and things just got interesting in it. And I'm excited. Very excited for it. Until then, congratulations once again to Brute Force, your new tag team champions. And as always, stay classy. Until next week, toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thanks for watching.